Ladies and gentlemen, it is once again that time, the time where we get all of the information about the next season. And yes, we have all of the information, everything that's coming in season 3. We've got 4 new multiplayer maps, a new outbreak map. We also have an all new Warzone map, a new Warzone event called the Hunt for Adler. And we have all of this information, including 6 new weapons, most of which we actually get this week. So in this video, we are going to go over all of that. I don't want to make you guys wait any longer. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So this right here is the roadmap, and I'm going to actually start with what the smallest part of this actually is, which is oddly Warzone, even though this Warzone update is actually really large. The first thing that you're going to notice is that there is a new and updated map coming. Like we talked about before, it is the 1980s version of the map. And if you're wondering when this update is coming out, it's coming out on the 21st at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, whereas the Cold War update is on the 20th at 9 p.m. Pacific Time. And keep in mind, on the 21st during the day at noon Pacific Time, we also have whatever this live event is going to be, seemingly the nuke event that's going to blow up Verdansk as we know it. But then the big information that we have for season 3 is that the new event is called Hunt for Adler. As we know, with the story of what's currently going on in Cold War, Adler has been taken to Verdansk, and obviously that takes place in the 1980s. So that's one more thing and reason why we know that Adler is there. But through this, we are going to hunt for different intel on the Verdansk map, and it's going to give us clues as to where Adler is actually being held. And of course, as we get that story, I will keep you guys updated on that. Remember how I was talking about the live event on the 21st at 12 p.m. Pacific time? Well, yeah, we know a little bit more about that. It's called Operation Rapid Sunder, and the description is, the situation in Verdansk has hit a critical level. It seems the combat zone has become too dangerous for Tier 1 operators to survive in. Is a conflagration imminent? The answer is still unknown, though it is recommended you clear your schedule and prepare yourself for a crescendo of utter chaos within Verdansk. This is going to be huge. It's taking place on the 21st at noon, and basically the thing that we've been waiting for since the launch of Verdansk is finally happening. So moving on to the operators, you'll see them down in the bottom right hand corner. One of these characters you're going to find really interesting, and I'll give you the information on that in a sec. But let's start off with the character that is going to be a part of the battle pass, and this is of course Wraith, as you're seeing here. First, let's get this off the table. No, this is not battery. I've seen a lot of people saying that. That is just not the case, but this is an ex-Norwegian intelligence service soldier who is now working alongside Perseus, so another evil character. And as far as she goes, we don't know too much, but we do know she's a vital asset to winter operations. Similarly, we also have a second character by the name of Knight. This one is coming out in season, so probably around that mid-season update. And again, this is the second character who is working with Perseus this season. So again, another evil character. Now, what's weird is the third character that we are getting this season is also part of the Warsaw Pact, but is not a Perseus agent. This one is called Antonov, and he actually has one of the most interesting backstories of any character. He's an ex-hitman who then joined the military in lieu of serving an extended jail time. So joined the military instead of being in jail, which to me is super interesting. Also, he was a hitman. And then finally, the one that all of you are probably interested in, we have Captain Price. Yes, you didn't hear me wrong. The Modern Warfare character Captain Price is coming back, and this is actually a character that you can actually get this week if you simply buy any version of Black Ops Cold War. So kind of like a post pre-order bonus, if you will. The skin is called Price 84, and it is very odd because this puts Captain Price in the year 1984 as a soldier. So either one, this is actually Captain Price's father, or two, Captain Price can time travel, and I guess I'll be making a video on that one in the future. But yes, very odd. So next up, we have 6 new weapons coming to the game throughout season 3. The first of which we did predict correctly is the PPSH 41. As you guys know, if you've used a PPSH before, it is a classic weapon in the Black Ops games. Its damage per shot is moderate, but it has a really fast rate of fire and high capacity mags. This could actually be decent in Warzone, depending on the recoil, so we'll have to wait and see. As far as in-game, SMGs are always good in Cold War, so I would expect this one to be pretty good as well. After this, also on launch week, both are going to be a part of the Battle Pass. We have the Swiss K31 sniper rifle, and basically the claim to fame of this one is a fast rechamber time, so you can have faster and faster shots, which is pretty cool. After this, we also have coming during launch week, so I don't know if this is going to be a part of the battle pass or whether this is going to be a bundle or an unlock weapon. Not sure yet. We haven't got too much information on the battle pass, but it is the ballistic knife. So this again is a classic weapon in the Black Ops universe. It'll be a part of gun game like it always is. And yes, it is returning right at the beginning this week of season 3. After this, we have the CARV tactical rifle. And as far as this one goes, it looks a lot like the G11. It is a burst action tactical rifle. Should be pretty decent, as all of the burst weapons have been pretty good. Again, if they don't balance it properly, we could have an AUG 2.0. This one is coming out in season for season 3, so probably around that mid-season update. And then finally, for the last ranged weapon, we have a pistol called the AMP-63, and basically this is a fully automatic pistol, which is kind of similar to the Psychov, which we just had added to the game as well, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, that's the next weapon. And then we have our melee weapon, which is the baseball bat, again coming out in season. They'll release it in a bundle. You'll also be able to unlock it via challenges, but yeah, the baseball bat's our final weapon. So after this, we are now looking at the multiplayer maps. So we got a couple of 6v6 maps, as well as 2v2 maps, and of course your big team maps as well. But first off, we have a new 6v6 map called Yamantau. This is obviously based off of the campaign mission that we both had in Black Ops 1 as well as Black Ops Cold War. Takes place in the Ural Mountains, and pretty straightforward beyond that. After this, we have a new one called Diesel. This is a 6v6, 2v2, and a 3v3 map. I don't know if the different maps are different sizes. Either it'll be a really big 2v2 map or a really small 6v6 map. Not 100% sure, but at the very minimum, it should be a decent 6v6 map. Also, coming back from the grave, we have Standoff. Of course, one of the fan favorite maps. This has been in a few different Call of Duty games. I believe Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, and it might have even been in Black Ops 4 as well. So Diesel and Yamantau are coming out this week, but Standoff is coming out in season, so somewhere around that mid-season update. And then we also have in season a new multi-team map, aka a fire team map called Duga, which we are actually going to take another look at in a second here. Then in multiplayer, we actually have something huge coming under the radar, which I will get to in a second. But first off, we have Sticks and Stones. This is a fan favorite mode, and one of the reasons why, of course, they're adding the ballistic knife. You have the crossbow, you have the ballistic knife, and you're also going to have a tomahawk, just like the Sticks and Stones that you had before. But the other one is called multi-team elimination. Now, that's not what it should be called. It should be called Fire Team Battle Royale, because that's what it is. It's elimination. Your team gets eliminated, and it's on the Fire Team maps. It is literally a new Battle Royale mode that nobody is talking about. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be interesting. That one's coming out in season, so again, probably at that mid-season update. So after this, we also have another score streak coming to the game, and it's called the Strafe Run. And it's interesting because it's a pair of fighter jets that fly above and drop down rockets on the ground. But we already have a bunch of streaks like this, like Napalm and like a Mortar Strike. It's going to be interesting to see how this one compares. If you look at the image, it also looks like it takes out score streaks, but I'm not sure about that one. That's just the image that we have here. So speaking of zombies, we don't have anything big. There's no new zombies map or anything like that. What we do have is a new outbreak area. So this new outbreak area is coming out on launch week, and it is the Duga. So similar to how we're going to have it in Fire Team at the mid-season update. Currently, it is just out in the outbreak mode, which also you get a new field upgrade called Toxic Growth, which from my understanding, essentially when you use it, it slows down all of the zombies around you so that they're easy to get around and easier to move through, things along those lines. Now, it does also say in the blog post that there is going to be new Outbreak World events, and they don't directly say this, but when I was briefed on the Outbreak mode, they said that Season 3 was when they were going to be adding an Easter egg into it, but there is nothing in the blog post about it. So I guess for that, we'll just have to wait to see what happens at the beginning of Season 3. The final thing is the thing that happens in every season. We get the battle pass, we get new ranks, so another 200 ranks that you can go through, new prestige icons, and new in-season challenges. Those will be, of course, there on launch day for Black Ops Cold War and moving into Warzone as well. Now, we should probably get some more information on the battle pass tomorrow, which I will keep you guys updated on as soon as you know. But the last thing is down in the bottom right-hand corner. You can see that there is going to be a new mid-season event as well, which will be interesting to see what that is going to be all about. But ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, that is season 3. This one is looking pretty big, and there's like some low-key stuff that they barely mention that is really cool, like the battle royale mode that is going to be inside of Black Ops Cold War. The other thing that I will say is at this point we're kind of due for a new zombies map, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got one around the mid-season update. Maybe I'm crossing my fingers a little too much here, but if not, at the very least season 4. But my guess would be mid-season season 3. We'll have to wait and see. And of course, we have huge events coming up in Warzone this week, so I will be keeping you guys updated throughout the week. We're gonna have a ton of videos, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel, have notifications on so you're updated whenever I upload. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, and I will see you guys throughout this week. But until then, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars.